Would you like to slate it, Bob? And welcome, race fans, to today's Rowdy.com Big Three. My name is Bassmaster. Sitting alongside, I think you're a colleague, Bob. We're part of the same big organization.
Yeah. I mean, a huge organization.
My colleague, Bob Pockrass of SeenDaily.com, we're talking NASCAR racing. And Big Three issues today, Bob. I'm going to ask you some questions. You just give me your gut reaction. Don't censor yourself, just from the gut. Now, first of all, last week, Kasey Kahne, in a sense, released some news, some fairly significant news, not earth-shattering, but fairly significant, that he had a procedure about a week ago, last Monday, to kind of repair his meniscus in his knee. And there was a little controversy on Twitter yesterday because I think Jenna Fryer of the AP suggested, hey, wouldn't it be nice if the team or somebody gave us some kind of official information about that instead of the 140-character limit of Twitter? And then a lot of fans reacted to her saying you're being all anti-Kasey Kahne and got very upset. So what did you think about all this?
Well, I don't know whether it's Big Three status as far as news for the week, but since you asked.
Are you questioning my choice of topics, Bob?
Would never do such a thing. Well, I mean, obviously, as a journalist, you like to get things through official channels.
Because you want to know what the real info is.
Right, exactly. So, whenever, especially because Kasey had already had knee surgery last year, anything that deals with his knees is going to be considered news. So, it would be nice if, in most pro leagues, they usually let you know if somebody's going to have surgery.
Right.
So, but, there's obviously, Red Bull and Kasey can do whatever they want, and Kasey decided that he was going to tell everybody through 140 characters that he had a little bit of repairs to his right knee.
Right. Okay. Now, issue number 2. We've had a little break, 8 races in. I guess that's 18 races before we cut to the chase. And people will tell you a lot of things get set early in the season. And if you look at the standings after 3, 5, 8, 10 races, a lot of the chase field is set. Now, this year we have a new point system. We have a 10-man chase with 2 wild cards. Of the guys that are in chase position right now, guys like Dale Earnhardt Jr., guys like Ryan Newman, guys like Kurt Busch, who maybe hasn't really had very fast race cars but still is in the top 10, or Juan Montoya, or Clint Boyer, who's in the 10th spot right now. Who do you feel is vulnerable that's in the top 10 right now? Because there are some big names not in there.
I would say Kurt Busch is one of the most
based
vulnerable.
On speed.
I mean, every week he doesn't seem to have a good car, and
it doesn't seem very happy.
Yeah, it doesn't seem very happy, and yet he's pulling out these good finishes. And so the question is, has he done enough now that they will improve, and he'll continue to get these finishes, or will he not be able to pull so many finishes out of pull a top 10 finish out of what's not a top 10 car? With only teammate Brad Keselowski and I mean maybe Robbie Gordon kind of considered another Dodge. I mean, he doesn't have a whole lot to lean on.
So if you're trying to find some speed, the tools to find it maybe aren't as robust as some other teams.
Yeah, if I'm Kurt Busch, I'm worried.
It's interesting if you can figure out a way to not give away any positions and maybe steal a few here and there through pit strategy or just good fortune, you can kind of stay in the mix. Whereas if you blow up or you have a bad finish and you earn 1, 2, 3 points in a race, which is almost like earning no points in a race, I mean, finishing 43rd is basically almost like not starting the race. It's almost like missing the race.
Just 1 point.
Just one measly point, Bob. All right, last issue today before we let you go here. With the Nationwide Series taking center stage this past weekend in Nashville, obviously we had Carl Edwards winning the race and we had Kyle Busch winning the truck race. But the points leader is different because of the new change to the point system where Cup guys cannot earn points in these lower series. So is that rule with Justin Allgaier and Ricky Stenhouse tied atop the Nationwide Series, are they actually getting more publicity? Do you think that rule is working in that sense?
I think they're getting a little bit more extra publicity. I think people are paying attention a little bit more. I think if you're one of their team members, it really is motivating for you to know, hey, we're tied for the lead and you're not 5th or 6th. And with, I want to say, the top 7 guys all within 10 points of each other, really tight, it makes it kind of more exciting to watch. But, I mean, Justin Allgaier's average finish this year, 11th.
Right.
Ricky Stenhouse, 11.5. And Ricky has led in 4 races. Justin Allgaier hasn't even led.
But he did finish second at Las Vegas, at least.
He did. I mean, he's had some okay finishes.
Right.
Well, that's better than okay. He said mostly okay finishes and a couple of wow, that's good finishes.
Right.
So, I think, if you go through the season and your champion doesn't have a win,
I think that's
hasn't led a lot
at
of
least
laps,
50% likely.
and and has average finish of 11th, there's going to be, I don't know whether there's going to be an asterisk by your name, but I think
will people look at you a little differently?
I think they will. I think they'll look at you and say, yeah, he won, but there'll be a little bit of a.
But at least they're looking at you.
Well, that's true.
At least they're saying he won, but not saying nothing.
Well, and here's the thing, is that let's say Justin Allgaier or Ricky Stenhouse wins the championship. They go to a boardroom and they say, hey, can you sponsor this guy? He won the championship. And some CMO at a company, who doesn't know
he's going to slice and dice all the
he's like, all he knows is like, hey, I've got the champion.
Right.
And and especially if the champion's won a couple races, he can look at it and say, wow, I'm a sponsor guy who we should win at least once or twice, and he's going to compete for the title. So
yeah.
So either if they want to be in the Nationwide Series, or if they're trying to move one of those guys to Cup, it could mean a little bit more when trying to land sponsorship in the future.
Definitely more name recognition if you're atop the standings or battling for a championship. So I think it's working the way it's intended to work, at least so far. All right, that has been your Rowdy.com Big Three for today. For my friend Bob Pockrass. Well done, Bob.
Thank you.
Well done. Even though my issues weren't up to your standards, I think you did a fine job. My name is Bass Masters, and we will see you next time.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.